Alright, I think we're live. Time to dive back in. Matt Eric's stream here. Just doing another round, another couple hours of playing Final Fantasy 16. Just making sure that you can hear the game. So we've just reached to the point where we're just doing a couple quests, but we need to get back on the road. The game is opening up now, so the real targets of the 5 realms with their crystals is what we're after. Journey to Hawk's Cliff. So it's time to dive into the additional piece of the story. So all of these 5 crystals are what we are going to be aiming for. I think the idea is for us to be heading to Drake's Head. Well, we were at Drake's Head, so it's time for us to take on the least expected crystal. And I'm presuming it's gonna take a while, considering that this game likes to stretch things out and give you a lot of backstory first. So let's see what happens. If you're passing through, really and truly thanks. I think I can do this. Let me bring this up. Just sending out a quick post. What I think I can do is turn down the audio for the game and play the soundtrack. So that's some epic moments. Talking in the background. It's bedtime. So one of the lyrics of the song. Let's dive in. Can I? Oh, yeah, I can just jump. Should be fine. I'm really truly enjoying this game. Just want to be able to like finish it in a decent amount of time. I'm trying to do everything before I like complete it, and I don't regret like some of the side quests I did before we were at the other hideaway. That was good for me. So I am kind of enjoying making sure that I do them before like any pivotal another pivotal point gets in the game. So I do recommend, and I see a lot of talk about the side quests. The side quests are fine, they're good, they're actually quite good. They add to the lore of the story. They're not anything spectacular, but they're definitely worth it in terms of just getting a bit more of the lore and understanding a little bit more about the story. So let's jump over Hawk's Cry Cliff, and of course this transition is gonna jump right into a cutscene. So time for me to be quiet.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
Interesting.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
Go on and kiss the girl.
Come on.
Bloodlines.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
I don't actually
More
want
than
to know.
likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Ooh. Okay, presume I can't. Yeah, sometimes I do wish this was open world though. So that we could actually just roll. Sections. whether this will be worth it.
To me, blades!
$12, not worth it. Oh, you're new. Alright.
No mistakes.
Yeah, forgot you guys did that. Sorry, I don't have time for this. I so need to figure out what the heck to do that. What the heck? Dragon Talon. I'll take it. No idea how I survived that.
Time to fight.
I don't know about that one. Those small little things won't do you anything. But there's no need to fight them.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes. to welcome a new dawn. It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller?
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There've been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits.
Interesting.
You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 feet?
There was a time my husband might have stood up to those men. Though back then, he wouldn't have needed to.
Join the garrison this very morn.
At this rate, there'll be none left to help with the harvest.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out.
I'm doing good finding my chessman.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way.
Interesting. What he said isn't wrong.
These
Definitely
people
makes
live with a knife
sense.
to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire?
I wonder.
A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Want to try? Hold on a second, I'm dying.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Ever since the concentrated, there's been more and more of these echoes.
What do you think is waking them? Did the mother crystals collapse?
I have an idea. I'll bet you like it.
Oh no, not you guys. Shit. Okay. So that's the story. I guess I can kill you guys.
More of my mother's men. So what were you guys looking at? Going to be just looking at a piece of wall. Oh no. Good.
you. I have no idea what I just did, but okay.
Time to fight.
Come on, Jill. Yeah, much better. Thank you. That was the plan. Whoa! Hold on, hold on, hold on. Alright, fine, there was nothing else over here. No.
Blood, Clive.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Interesting.
Say that again.
The gold cloaks.
I'll show you a true.
Interesting. I want to kill you. Sorry, Jill. Took your thunder.
Enough.
Death by boot.
Tell me what I want, and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
I'm confused. Where am I coming from? So, why can't I go this direction? Ah. Oh, I see. Good. Little exploration never hurts. R2 button.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Yo, Game of Thrones all over again.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone...
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
This is a lot of death. The other side of the bridge. That's new. Sound design is great. This place is just eerie. Walking around trying to look for items, it still creeps me out. This is just death.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Alright, Jill, you help too.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road.
Hatch, no. You didn't hear nothing.
That's one way to ignore the dead.
They tell us there's a curfew, but then refuse us passage back to our homes.
We went surviving of the night.
Where am I to go?
How am I to sell my wares if they won't let us into the capital?
Passage to the provincial capital is restricted to Imperial Army personnel.
The gates are closed! Begone!
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Not according to your mother.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
The Empire would have us live in the Deadlands.
You find no succor to the South Travellers, nor beyond the Buet. The Empire has seen fit to banish us from our own land.
Yep.
Don't go thinking you'll find refuge in the houses outside Port Isolde. The place is a wretched hive of thieves and blackguards.
Quintessence. That's not how water works, but okay. Thank you very much.
Company.
to figure out how to use it. I'm gonna presume I got everything. And those guys were new.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better. We should start with the main gate and see where that gets us.
Interesting.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
What else is there? Could I be so fortunate? Indeed, seems so. Oh, a save point. I'm so happy. Didn't even see you there.
Have mercy. Voice rinse dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Yes, they can.
Or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Oh, good enough for
Fuck off.
And the chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth?
Back to your
Cut you down where you stand.
Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in.
Go past two gates.
I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no.
Why are
My
we
uncle once
trying-
told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. And Lazarus. We'll find our way into the city there.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
That's a good response. Black light burns.
The good news is we haven't seen a single black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
We numbered 6 when we left our village. 2 died on the road. Another passed just last night. I worry I might be next.
Half the guards at that gate are Rosarian. They've sold their souls for the promise of a warm bed. Not that I can blame them. The Empire's left us nothing.
Such a depressing story.
Why won't they
Into the
let us
camp?
in?
If so, I'd suggest
All
finding
those
somewhere
areas.
close by to lay your bedroll. Those who rest their heads too far from the gates have a habit of getting set upon by bandits in their sleep.
Alright, let's go. Oh, nice, Jill. You can run. And faster than me, too. Ugh.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
This place looks like a maze.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
What in the world are you doing with that old rusty thing?
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Ah, boy. I don't want to kill these poor people. You guys look like red shirts though, just insane.
Or not.
Interesting. Hold on. Yeah, I'm overboard. Sorry. I really don't mean to, but you guys can't really do much. I really should stop.
I've only
picking
ever
on
seen
other
one
clowns.
man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
Blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh?
Alright, so those are blue shirts, your red shirts?
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
So we don't kill people then.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye, the foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown.
Was she bred for you?
As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
Technically we're serving you, but okay.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Okay, let's see where this takes us.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
In the flesh. Saw him once when I was your age. He had that same look in his eyes.
We'll show 'em as much mercy as they did our sisters and brothers in Old Hill.
Vengeance has a thing in here.
What is it you require?
It's things that you don't. Yeah. I found better stuff. Ooh, crimson tassels. What's this? I don't have you, but I think I'll buy you. I don't have you either. I don't know what you're for, but I don't have you, so I'll buy 10 of you.
Of course, my lord. Will that be all? Of course, my lord. Will that be all? Of course, my lord. As you wish, my lord.
I don't need it.
It has been an honor.
Optimize gear L3. I don't like doing that. No. Increase attack by 7. Nope, nope, and no. Do I need you though? Do I need experience? Yeah, I do. Crimson tassels. What did I have on here? Gil. Yeah, I'll need back my money. So, what am I putting on for you that increases the generation more by 3%? I'll keep my gear, so that's normal for now. Ready? Hold on, let me look up top first. And of course, always check for chests, people. Always check for chests. Alright, let me save. So I do believe this might be 152.49 seconds.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buett Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and Lady Jill for company. I doubt I could have done this on my own.
But until we arrived, that was your plan. You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Oldale have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Thank you, Sir Wade. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
Revenge begets only more death. Throughout the main scenario, Clive will often be joined by various companions who are keen to lend their assistance. However, depending on Clive's destination, they may choose to remain behind at the hideaway.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
How long have you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village, we tracked down the bastards responsible and fed their corpses to Stillwind. Suffice to say, that got their attention. It's been a game of cat and mouse ever since.
Sideways. How is the Black Shields?
Come along now.
Bastards are looking.
There they are. On your command, my lord.
Golf cloaks.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die along with your flame! For Azaria!
For Azaria!
Jill, come on, man.
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them. Too slow.
dragons.
Worms. The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Good job, Turgle.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one.
You look good. That's a nice pose.
Taking it, you have but proven our point. That this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Kinda cutting bored of you guys though. Unless you do something new. You guys are
Too slow.
His weapon is longer, it seems. You're welcome. Imperial Link, Dragon Talon, I don't mind at all.
I don't see any more.
Nor do I. The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. My, Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
Good way to shut up your boss. Double the rewards.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
I wonder what was at that bridge. Hi, welcome to the stream. Feel free to give a shout out in the chat. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you've been playing Final Fantasy 16 as well. And if you're just passing through, please feel free to hit that like button and that subscribe.
How accommodating.
It'll give us a lot of support.
Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Those are some heavy footsteps.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
But of course, steps in with an axe.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit.
Drop that axe.
Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Holy crap, he's reciting a play that he did as a child. Mad. That's sick. That gave me goosebumps. Drop the axe. The dead has come.
The infectious flax wench, even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Tears in my eyes.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint of the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
No.
Uncle.
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
Makes sense.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
People are starving. You need to sit them some food.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother.
You'd also be dead.
All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. Besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
Yes.
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, Who shall we pillage first? Rutherford?
Fetch back on
Fetch
the...
me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Okay, he's gonna die, but at least he's a fun change of pace. I'm gonna laugh there actually, it's so hard to know in this story.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all.
I'd really love to like play this game from Jill's perspective.
I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive.
Get a room, please.
I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it.
Good boy.
Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Alright, let's see where this takes us. We're finally in the open seas. A few are the days when the air about the city's piers is not alive with the barks of a busy stevedores loading and unloading vessels, hailing from all corners of the realm and beyond. Hold on a second, where am I going? Why am I going back to the hideaway? Side quest time. Well, this has been a good run. Yeah, be monsters.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Alright, time to do some side quests.
against the gloom of bygone days. Dogs of flame take flight.
That motion blur is really dawning though.
I didn't take you for a scholar, Ivan.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
Well, I have
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
Okay, I would eat that. Alright, stages. So, hold on a second. The others aren't there yet?
That monster's taken quite a liking to me.
I kill ya.
Please tell me, say you
How
have some,
would it be?
you have some good stuff for me. No. Nothing.
That it? Fine.
The Headlands wouldn't be half as bad without all the bloody dust.
Three. Good job, Otto. The Dalmex and the Imperials are at a standoff. They snarl at each other, fangs bared like some curs, but neither wants to make the first move. It's almost as if they both realize what a stinking pile of chocobo shit they've stepped in. If I were a man to lay wager, I'd put my cup on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I shall keep you appraised. Alright. Where's Lady Karen?
What can I get you, Sid? Shout if you need topping up.
should do everything.
Oh, keep your mug handy.
Is it business or pleasure?
Oh, God.
Finished, are you? And what can I do for you? You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I'll be quiet.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Hey, big guy. Oh, you talking to somebody else? Alright, fine. I'll be right with you, Vivian.
Typical nobles.
How did we never hear?
There are new visits being posted every... Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. Look, normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Fine. If you think it will help.
I have no idea
Knew
what
you'd
he's just said.
understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
I don't know, hopefully he'll make something better for me.
Clive! Quick look. Always something in there.
Apparently nothing at this
Welcome
time.
to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
I still don't have any idea what I did. Oh yeah, I forgot about Clearview Sunbrook. Clearview Sunbrook. Should be here. Okay.
It will be over soon. One way or another.
Don't sound so down, my dear.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit.
Interesting.
I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. Now, every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for. Now piss off.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen. Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe. Care Northern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So...
That's where I was headed anyway.
Sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Did I hear you say you're hoping Hope non-Griffin couple? I know I have to bid it for you. Especially however one called the Dusmere. Ah, so you wouldn't have been there until. Makes sense. Caernarvon Westgate.
Back again, Lord Rosfield. I'm touched that you should find me such good company.
It is not your company, but your counsel that I seek on this occasion.
Ever the charmer. What will it be today, then?
The Iron Kingdom. I need to know what to expect.
You'll soon be setting sail for Drake's Breath, then, I take it. The mother crystal that rises from the boiling sea. There was a time when a true-blooded Rosarian had only to brave the waves to visit it. But then the Ironblood made their move.
Ironblood. This reminds me of...
As you know, the Iron Kingdom rules over the islands to the west of Storm. Or rather, its church
Storm
does.
Sin.
But this is not the pragmatic approach to state religion employed by the Holy Empire to manipulate the masses. No, the Iron Kingdom is the literal embodiment of the crystalline orthodoxy. And so, if one is to understand it, one must start there. As the name implies, the orthodoxy holds the mother crystals sacred, and they do not take kindly to heathens plundering the objects of their worship for the means to fill washtubs and light lamps with frivolous feats of magic. Indeed, the faithful consider ether a sinful thing, a poison no less. And to them, a dominant is an instrument of evil, albeit one they have proven only too happy to turn against their enemies. Some 80 years ago in Northern Storm, Drake's eye collapsed. Soon after, in pursuit of ether and with the blight at their backs, the Northern Territories descended upon the Grand Duchy of Rosaria. And when the Shields of the Flame marched north to meet them, the Iron Kingdom spied an opportunity. A few short days later, the Crusaders landed on the island of Mount Justanus, home of Drake's Breath, and plucked it from the Duchy's grasp. Rosaria tried to reclaim it, of course, but to no avail. I doubt more than a handful of Duchy men have set foot on its shores in your lifetime. Nor are they like to again, under the Empire's stewardship, meaning the Iron Blood will keep their island, and with it, the foothold they need to march on mainland soil when next they spy an opportunity.
Interesting.
The Mother Crystal is both the object of the Iron Blood's worship and their gateway to the continent, making Drostanus the holiest of holy grounds, from which the Orthodox Crusade shall one day sail forth to claim the remaining Mother Crystals, or die trying.
My father and my grandfather both traded blows with the Iron Blood for control of Drake's Breath. Had things unfolded differently at Phoenix Gate, we would have sent our entire fleet against them.
But instead, they sent their fleet against Rosaria, sacked the capital, killed the men, and captured the women, including Jill. I'd say you'd be forgiven for wanting a little revenge, Clive.
My only aim is to destroy the Mother Crystal. But thank you all the same.
Jill?
Not much else to do here. Let's see if Jill's ready.
Here for another of my lectures. While the Iron Blood may not be your chief concern, you will most certainly be theirs. Be careful, Clive.
Thanks for the warning. exactly sure what to do. But okay, let me just go kill this.
How did we never hear about these guardians of the faith?
I have never done that before.
Ah, my favorite pupil. Allow me to educate you. One must understand one's place in the world. The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive.
Alright, let me go check on these things first. So where's the west gate? North Reach.
All right. I didn't do that map. So they set a west gate, but then
There's no coin to be had in this miserable land, even if they wanted to trade with us.
I know. It was hard for us Dalmex here in San Brett before the capital fell, but now we'd be stoned if we even approached Northreach.
okay, I don't know what you guys are. harpies are still here. Is it that I never killed you? Aruna Rang C? Oh.
If that's what I think it is, this isn't gonna be easy.
Ouch. Come on, Jill. Stagger. That's strip bait. That was a nice finish.
Rest well. I know I will.
Now, if I'm in the right vicinity, Kianavant. That's it. Never been here, so I guess it's just a corner. That was disappointing. I got something for it. I've never fought those guys before. Doesn't seem to be any chest up here either. This sounds like Final Fantasy XII music. Did I just see popping?
Word is, the Black Shields took a hiding.
You're quite talented with that rod of yours.
The crystals we get from the tail are all but worthless.
It's not just the crystal.
You haven't much, but you're free to look.
These ability points earned in normal encounters by 20%.
Ah, yes. You're always welcome here in Lostwing. Ah, yes. Keep fighting the good fight.
Alright, what do I take off of this now? Experience. Heal.
If you ever need a room, Sid, just say the word. I'll have a bed made up while you eat. And that goes for your friends too.
I don't know where the griffin is. Don't want to spend too much time looking for it. Although, given that I fought that thing,
Very well.
the griffin was rank B. Wrong direction. This is no entry. Well, let's see.
Waken winds!
Well, they're what, 10 levels below me. us. So I don't know how to get to there then. I just want to finish these two things before I move on to the story, so it shouldn't take me too long.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other, don't we?
Ah, welcome. Times may be hard, but if you got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do you for?
Unwanted violets, if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up, hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer, when there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that. And even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
You kill
I
some.
dare say they do. 3 reeds would be your best bet. Memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Then buy something from the man.
Stay sharp. After what the Empire did to Martha's lot, I'd be daft to stay. Carries on like this,
She had a man of Grega mopping their brow.
Please, teach me how to fight.
Hold on a second, where the heck am I going?
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Run like the wind. Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
I didn't kill him.
You're finished.